Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. New York, here I come, that's the message that Donald Trump is now sending. The New York City crackdown now begins. And of course, the choice is very simple. It's law versus chaos. Either America enforces its laws and protects its citizens, or the activist mobs and these left-wing political cowards keep turning America's greatest cities into third-world cesspools. You know, at this point, it's pick a side. I think there's very little middle ground. The left defends the criminal, argues that it doesn't actually exist, all of these clearly systemic problems that they've enabled for decades. The no-go zones, the cartel operations, the open-air drug markets, the human trafficking. There's the side that enables all that, protects it, pretends it doesn't exist, and then there's the side that wants to actually do something about it. The side that's asking for more, that wants America to be what it should be, a clean, safe, and world-leading beacon of freedom and prosperity. And well, with moments like these, it's very clear what side is which. We got ICE cracking down on Canal Street. Chaos ensues, and now it's very clear what's going on here. The truth of both sides is being totally exposed. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Alright folks, so we've got an ICE sweep on Canal Street. Agents come in clearing illegal rackets, and of course, like clockwork, a bunch of fanatical left-wing rabid ghouls take to the streets, LARPing as community defenders and freedom fighters, coming in to attack and intimidate these ICE officers doing their job. Absolute chaos.
Public street, man.
And then, of course, in comes the political grandstanding that follows, protests, and a bunch of social media activists telling ICE to get out of New York City. You're not welcome in New York City.
It is appalling and inhumane what we are seeing on the streets of New York City right now and across the country with Donald Trump and ICE. We must stand with our street vendors. We must stand together against these brutal tactics by ICE, these abhorrent tactics by this Trump administration, and against the way in which they are terrorizing our communities, separating families, and creating chaos and fomenting hate on our streets.
This is blatantly violent tactics. Hordes of ICE agents showing up is unacceptable, immoral, unjust. We will not accept it. And as you can see, elected officials from city, state levels are united. We are a united front saying ICE needs to be outside. ICE needs to leave New York City, and we will protect one another.
Blah, 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 frickin' blah. All of it, of course, a LARP to pretend, oh, this is community defense, but it isn't. It's the exact opposite. These people are engaging in community sabotage. What are you fighting for? Shielding illegal markets? Foreigners, gangs, and cartels running entire street blocks in New York City? Make no mistake, that's exactly what the wokerati here are fighting for, engaging in this kind of activism. Because, well, what do you think ICE is actually doing? They're going into problem areas and taking people off the streets who shouldn't be there. You want to see that disorder, what it looks like up close? We got Nick Shirley giving us first row access.
How much?
Yo, what's up? We don't do no fucking camera. Fuck the camera.
Hey.
I said, fuck you with your camera. Get the fuck out of here with shit. Who the fuck you work for?
Back up. Back up. Get
the fuck out of here. That's what y'all do. Snitch ass motherfucker. Look at yourself in there.
Hey.
Take that shit somewhere else.
Hey, why are you mad at me?
Take it over there somewhere else.
I am. Why are you mad at us?
You suck so
We can be here on the street. This is public street.
Yo, get the
First Amendment.
This our block.
This is your block? I don't have anything to be worried about because I'm not doing anything illegally.
Well, there it is, another chaotic, migrant-filled, no-go zone on American streets. A reporter can't even film on a public street in America without being menaced by illegal psychos. This is the left-wing utopia that these activists are actively trying to defend. And by the way, that guy who was harassing Nick Shirley in that clip, guess what? Shortly thereafter, after that clip was taken, he was arrested by ICE. Womp, womp, womp. Surprise to literally no one, he's an illegal, an unhinged illegal maniac on the streets. This is what the left is defending. But this scene has no place in American society. society, especially not in America's biggest and greatest city, New York. And in comes President Trump to clean up the mess, to help provide resources, and the left is gaslighting you as if he's the problem and sicking their mob of unhinged Antifa psychos on those ICE officers. Then, of course, you've got the politicians like J.B. Pritzker who come in and claim that actually there's no problem, no, it's manufactured.
This is what happened. This is what happened. People's rights started getting taken away. People got accused of being immigrants. This is before the Holocaust really took place. People were accused of being immigrants, and then laws were passed to limit immigrants, and then people who weren't actually immigrants were called immigrants, and then it was othering people, and that led to a lot worse things. What I'm saying is that this is how authoritarian regimes do it. They create these kind of fake ideas that there's an enemy out there and it could be sitting next to you at one of these tables. And so just somebody at your table that you don't like might be one of those enemies. And so let's round them up. Let's make sure that they are the subject of the laws that we're passing because we don't like who they are. That is what authoritarian regimes do.
He even goes as far of invoking the Holocaust. Think about how manipulative that is, by the way. But what he's saying is disgraceful and it's a lie, essentially claiming it's manufactured. There's no illegals on the streets harassing people. There's no dangerous illegals roaming on the streets. I don't know. I just watched that Nick Shirley clip, and it seems like that's exactly what you're claiming is not happening here, Mr. J.B. Pritzker. Not to mention what's happening in his own state on the streets. Didn't exactly take a lot of effort to find a relevant news clip.
They've arrested a suspect connected to a series of home invasions and attempted sexual assaults. Police arrested 21-year-old Yason Diaz-Gomez Monday. Back on October 10th, police say he attacked a woman in Evanston and tried to remove her clothing before a neighbor heard the woman scream and intervened. A few hours later, 3 similar incidents were reported in Rogers Park. In one case, a woman reported fighting off a man who attacked her after breaking into her home. One of the victims identified Diaz-Gomez in a photo lineup leading to his arrest. He is being held in jail until his trial.
Oh, would you look at that? Venezuelan illegal, harbored by J.B. Pritzker's sanctuary policies, arrested 4 times for home invasions, RAPEs, arrested 5 times since June on pretrial release. The exact kind of people that these left-wing activists are shielding from ICE as they attack, harass, and accost them. So again, going back to what I was saying in the intro, now the question is, what side are you on? Because it's so clear which side represents what. This is America. Citizens should be protected. The law should be enforced. And clearly, the left doesn't believe that. ICE is restoring order, and the left is attacking them. The left is defending disorder. And meanwhile, they grandstand as the virtuous side. You people are out of your damn minds, and your intimidation tactics will not work. You're not convincing anyone. The Trump administration will continue full steam ahead because the reality is clear. We see what's happening on the streets, and the irony is thick here. I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of these clips. Well, maybe not, but there's a massive issue of human trafficking going on in New York City right now, and Tren de Aragua is at the core of a lot of it. Here's an article from back in September 23rd, 2024, how migrant gang Tren de Aragua is luring women into forced prostitution in 8 states, including along NYC's Market of Sweethearts. You've got an epidemic of human trafficking, people being forced into this work by illegal migrant cartel members, and the left-wing side that's constantly advocating for more women, right? Oh, protection of women, more women rights. They're enabling the gang members that are doing this. You are not on the right side of history if you are getting in the way of ICE agents. You are defending third world chaos. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.